Hey everyone, Charlie Stevens here. Today I'm joined by Emily Wilson. Hey
Hi,
Emily.
Charlie.
Emily has her own YouTube channel called the Karasik Mandolin Project. Emily, tell us a little bit about that.
So the Karasik Mandolin Project is about the Karasik family's Lloyd Loar mandolin. It is January 5th, 1923. Lloyd Loar signed Gibson F5. It is number 71839. It does have a Verzi tone producer in it, which is, if you don't know what a Verzi tone producer is this disc that they used to put on the inside of the mandolins to increase the sustain and the resonance. A lot of the bluegrassers don't like having them because they supposedly back off your chop sound. Find it get pretty good chop in this mandolin though. And what is cool is it gives you real good sustain and a lot of things like the really ring out. So it gives us cool. Yeah, that gives you a cool overtone. And if it's interesting because if you don't get the Verzi going, it's like any other mandolin. But if I get the Verzi going, it becomes a very cool, awesome mandolin.
Yeah, rings a little bit more, sustains better, huh? So speaking of the Verzi, that's sort of an unusual thing for mandolin, but on my channel we mostly focus on guitar, and we've done some basic guitar lessons so far. So maybe for some viewers that aren't as familiar with the mandolin, maybe you can just kind of give us a basic introduction to the parts of the instrument and how it's played and things like that.
Sure. It's tuned like the violin, so it's in the violin family loosely. So we've got G, D, A, E. But since we don't have a sound post and a bow, which creates your sustain, you have the double string so that you get the... Because that's much harder to do, like if you try to do that on a guitar, right? Like getting
Okay,
good tremolo.
so it's 4 strings that are tuned to 4 different pitches, but it's actually 8 because each string is doubled, right?
Which means mandolins are a pain to tune. They're always out of tune. I taught a camp last summer where I told one of the kids in the camp that mandolin was Italian for out of tune. And of course that's the first thing he said when his grandma came to pick him up from the class. Like, what did you learn today? So that was great.
Awesome. Move over, banjos. We got some out of tune mandolin jokes coming at you.
Yeah, you can make some real bad ones, right? Split strings, that's a fun trick.
Okay, cool. So you said G, D, A, E.
So
that's
it's like
just
the
like
opposite.
a guitar, or really a bass guitar would not have these 2 strings,
But
and
it's
it would just have
inverted.
these, and it would be backwards, right?
Yeah, so it's inverted as in fifths instead of fourths.
Tuned to fifths instead of fourths. So that's kind of interesting because when I was messing around with mandolin, I'm kind of self-taught on there, but one thing I would do is kind of imagine what my guitar chord would look like just on these strings. So if I'm ignoring a G chord and I'm not using this part, I'm just using this part here, I could kind of imagine that would look like this on the mandolin, right? So probably not the best way to do it, but that's a way to do it. So I think that's pretty neat to take, if you know guitar or bass guitar, to kind of take that information and use it to figure out the mandolin too. So how long have you been playing the mandolin?
Since I was pretty little, like 5 or 6, I feel like. So.
Wow. Was that your first instrument?
No, I started on piano.
Piano?
I was probably 4 when I started playing piano.
Okay. And then what about fiddle?
Fiddle came in right about the same time as mandolin, since they're tuned to the same. I think I was 6 when I officially started taking violin lessons. And then they're tuned the same, and we always had mandolins around the house. So, because my mother plays, and I think I started officially taking mandolin lessons when I was a little bit older. I was probably 13. I remember I bought my first really good mandolin. It was a Karasik, which is a Czechoslovakian maker, F5. I think I paid $3,000 for it, and it was like a partial 13th birthday present. And I started taking lessons from this player, Steve Mullins, great player. He still teaches. He's an ethnomusicologist and really opened me up to a lot of different types of music.
Cool. I actually had the opportunity to meet Steve. You and I did a lesson with him, and he prepared us for our recent trip to India. So Emily and I just got back from spending 2 weeks in India, a week of which we were teaching at the Piali at Shah Alo School outside of Kolkata. And yeah, you were really great with the kids, and you were a really great travel companion, and
yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
So
India was pretty sick.
Yeah.
We should do that again.
We should do that again. But now we're here at the Midwinter Bluegrass Festival, and we just got a chance to pick with some friends and hang out. And you're doing your Karasik mandolin thing. I ended up just doing an episode on her channel. So please like and subscribe to her channel so you can see the episode that I'm featured in. So you get lots of different players to play this instrument.
Yeah, that's the whole game. Is you find all the mandolin players, have them play it. It is the Lloyd Loars are considered like the top of the mandolin world, so it's pretty easy to get mandolin players to be like, yeah, I want to play a Loar.
It's pretty sweet. I had fun playing it.
Yeah.
And now this just celebrated its 100th birthday about a month ago, right?
Yeah, we did it. January 5th was its birthday. We did a little get together in Nashville. We had multiple Loars get together. We got together with George Gruen, who's like the big guy that you go to if you wish to sell these sorts of instruments, because they're a very upper level thing. And so you have to have like the right person to make that transaction. And then from there I went over, there was actually a get together in Knoxville, Tennessee called Loar Fest, where all the Loars got together and just we took pictures of them, we talked Loars. It was real nerdy, but we had 50 something Loars in the building, which that's unheard of. There's only about 200 of them out there. Laid them out according to age. They were only out there for a couple of years, like 21 to 24.
Wow. Well, you stay busy, so in addition to just coming back from India, you also just released a record.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, Roadside Distraction.
Okay.
And that's with Gretchen May and Priest May, and Tim May played guitar on that.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of the tracks. It's really good. Where can people find that?
It will be up on all the means of, you can purchase copies through CD Baby. You can also shoot me an email or text and I can send them to you. That's probably the best way financially. You can also catch it on Spotify and Apple Music and all that, but I encourage everyone to buy CDs from local artists because that's really where you get paid. I use the streaming software when I'm driving and things because it's easy, but always try to buy the albums because that's where we actually make our money.
Totally.
And, an album takes thousands of dollars to put together.
Yeah, and so this is a big album too. Did you say there's 27 different tracks?
It's a normal number of tracks. I think it's 11 tracks, but 27 different tunes because they're like old time fiddle medleys and stuff.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah, it's a pretty big album.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll leave links in the description where you can find out how to buy a copy. Why don't we play a tune?
Sure. Just a sec. Because mandolin is Italian for out of tune, you must tune between every song.
It's always good.
Otherwise, you won't like it. We tune because the audience appreciates that.
Sweet. Thanks, Emily.
Yeah, that's fun.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out the links in the description so you can check out Emily's new album. Also, don't forget to check out her YouTube channel, the Karasik Mandolin Project.